There is a moment when people realize that they're moving and not still, but the transition from not knowing that to knowing that is interesting to me and is an important part of the work, I think. The actual kind of shock or the moment of discovery is not so, I don't set it up so that there's a particular spot where they move and then you see it. So I think it's a gradual thing, and I guess I like that because it engages a kind of investigation or an exploration by the viewer. So the viewer can look at the work, and some people just look at it and never realize, and look at it for a minute and then move on and think it's a slide projector or just a photograph. But otherwise, I think it starts to somehow enter their consciousness a little bit, and then it builds up, and then they realize that they see it moving, and then they wonder if it's like something I added digitally, and then they see that it's actually real time. And what's quite surprising to me is that I always imagine that once somebody figures out that it's real time and that it's going on, that they'll leave, that there's nothing more to see. But that's really, when people realize that, that's when they get caught. And I find that the videos are between sort of 3 minutes for the ones with people that aren't good at standing still to about 10 minutes or 12 minutes. But I've seen people who will watch it after it goes off and starts up again. So even though even though nothing happens, and even though it's started again that nothing's going to happen, they can still get kind of caught there. And it's the people that have figured out what's going on that stick around for that. I think what you end up doing is you end up really looking at a person being human, breathing, blinking, and there's a kind of, at least for me, a kind of an affection or something that builds up from doing this, in terms of when you, in a movie or a TV, when you watch somebody, it's really quite easy to suspend your disbelief and see them as a character, not think of their real life person. But in the stills, I think that the character falls away very quickly, and then you're left for a period of 5-6 minutes to just focus on the person. And I think that what happens then is that just like now I'm looking at you, you end up looking at me. And so even though it's often a video that's being still, you end up in a way feeling a little bit observed, and you can kind of develop a relationship with the person standing still in the picture, and you're standing still in front of it looking at it.